Describe the shaking in a little bit more detail.
Well, you know what? I will turn on the light and I'll see if you can see it. How much of me are you seeing? Hang on.
Okay. Keep your clothes on. Now keep your clothes on.
Okay, here it goes. Well, you can't see it. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. So it's...
Can you?
Is it just in the one leg? The other one doesn't seem to be moving.
No.
Oh, it does. Yeah. And how far up does that go? All the way up? Or just
it's really bad. It's my knee, my foot.
Okay, but not above the waist.
No. No, not up here. And it's also my my hands. You know, I work for a dentist, and
you're an orthodontist?
No. I work for a holistic dentist, and he delegates a lot to me. So I'm in the mouth a lot with these little instruments, and I feel like I'm shaking. I don't have control. And that's not good.
Well, it is, because you've got to live up to the dental reputation of always hurting people.
Well, I'm living up to it.
Okay, so it's noticeable to other people when you do it to the hand?
Yeah, it's my... Can you see it?
Yeah. How old are you now?
I'm too young to have this problem. I'm only 56.
And I couldn't remember the name globus pallidus. That's the part we're treating.
You are amazing.
Yeah, see, it's in mystical terms, it's the teacher guru of you, higher order control, action according to natural law of inner and outer balance, but more for you, coordinates complex activity and postural control.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that works out because that's where I was seeing it in the brain. I just couldn't remember its name. It's a big section. One thing that's interesting, because, you know, there's left and right in all these, left hemisphere and right hemisphere. And we're talking left hemisphere here. The right hemisphere of globus pallidus is oftentimes when you're thinking or, you know, sort of meditating or doing things like that, that you should almost sort of mentally shake yourself out of it. You have trouble focusing in abstract visual, you know, if you...
Yeah. Well, I have a very rich inner world.
Yeah. And what can happen is certain things that you put in the inner world and putting it in with outer world terms, it can be a bit shaky in doing that, that transition. And that's the right-handed version of that. Okay. Alrighty, let's get to work on that.
Let's.
So I'm going to do a full surgery on that, which means we're doing a full circulation plug into it. And that involves everything: blood, lymph, nerve supply, and also subatomic particles, etc. A big long list. And then we're doing a defragmentation of the injury site because you've got some thickened like scar tissue. Then we're doing a re-evaluation of its function and recontextualization of that function. And then we're doing the active memory associated with that, right? The injury. I get the fact that I'm picking up there's 2 active memories. So you probably fell off more than once or hit your head more than once. And you chose the same spot. No, the first one was the worst, and it was the more general, but because that one was already injured, it injured it a bit further. Okay, so we're doing all that, and then it's going to, that sets it up to repair itself. Okay, And we're linking that to the cerebellum because it's the master controller of all that. It controls all coordination. Now, in the meantime, I'm also going down to the general musculoskeletal muscles, like the arm and leg. And now they've got memory patterns of coordination that says that when you're standing like that, you're going to shake. And that can become sort of a subliminal factor of it's been trained that way to do it because it's been there for a while. So therefore I've got to link all this to there and take away that the active memory of this in those muscles so that they aren't holding that pattern, because they can sometimes get into such a pattern that they'll do it even then when you fix the course, right? So just a habit pattern. Right. Just making sure I've touched all bases here. Let's step it out. Okay. Now, the right one wasn't affected per se, but because they work in tandem, as it were, the left one would have given it, but the right one some bad habits, as it were. So we're going to link those two and coordinate their function with the left reteaching the right what it's supposed to do. Okay, that's just although the right works at a different level, and that's usually when they're shaking in the brain, like concepts of the world won't stop shaking for me, this type of thing. But at the same time, I want to make sure they're linked well. And the pathway, the corpus callosum is okay to do that. Okay, it's an unusual link, but I'm starting to find it more and more useful as I do more of this work. Yeah. Now, just by way of interest to me, but it'll be of interest to you, because very often when we do brain, we can see results very quickly. So I'd like you to stand up again for me.
Really? Turn the light on?
Yeah, turn the light on.
You want me to stand and not move my chair? I gotta move my...
Yeah, that's better.
I'm not shaking.
You're not shaking. No, what else shakes? Your arms. I'd say there's a bit of shake. I'd say that's about an 80 or 90% improvement.
Okay, when I'm bending like this, I can feel it down in my legs, a little tremoring, but not
moving muscles.
Not so that you can see it, it's just on the inside, I can feel it.
Okay.
Much better.
Much better, and it should be completely better within a few days. It's a miracle.
You are magic.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord.
As they say in Sweden, kors I taket. Which means you put a cross in the ceiling.
I'm happy with that.
Amazing happens.
That's how good knowing the brain work is.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm not shaking.
See you later, sweetie.
I am not shaking.
That's pretty cool. I'm impressed.
Who knew? You know some stuff.
It shows. I have learned something in my time. Yeah.
I'm not shaking at all.
I've cheated because I've been learning the brain lately. There should be a little bit in the fingers and that, but it should be completely all gone in a couple of days. Alrighty.
Oh, John, mwah, I love you. Thank you.